Hello everybody, it's Jude the Exceptional Gamer here, bringing you another Apex Legends video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every legend or character in the game from worst to best. And oh my god, can I just say, this list was actually so hard to make, and to be honest, there's probably going to be tweaks to it. My phone. But there will be some, there'll be a solid list by the end of it, is what I'm trying to say. And as hard as it is, I'm not saying any of these legends are bad to run. I just think that they're the worst of the best, essentially, because they're all just really, really good. So if your main is lower down on this list than you'd like it to be, then don't be mad about it in the comments or anything like that. No hate, let's just have a cool discussion about it in the comments, and because I really want to hear everyone's opinion on this and who their main is and everything like that. I would honestly love to discuss it. But guys, I've kept you waiting long enough, so I'm going to get straight into this. So coming in at our worst spot, aka our number 8 spot, we have the Pathfinder. Okay, I know people are going to be mad about that, but I've got my reasons, okay, and maybe some people will understand. Listen, I'm just going to start with the good things about Pathfinder, even though he's at the bottom of the list, because like I said, these are all good legends. So Pathfinder, he's got some pretty, funny quotes and stuff, he's not that bad to have on your squad at all, especially if he's just, popping jokes, right, or just saying some funny-ass stuff in his weird robot voice, but that's just one good thing about him. And I think when it actually comes to gameplay, that there's only one other thing I can really think of, which is the fact that he can track where the next safe zone would be, and that is where the list just runs short. So I just feel as if his grapple hook isn't that good. I just feel like it's a bit underwhelming. His tactical is the grapple hook, but then his special ability, it's just another grapple hook that other people can use, and it's just, I don't know, it just feels a bit underwhelming. And every time I've used it and I've saw other people use it, it just doesn't really do that much. I just realised I said grapple hook that everyone can use instead of zipline. Sorry about that. Pathfinder just doesn't really feel like he's brought a lot to the fight, to be honest, and even the thing where he can pull enemies towards him with his grapple hook, I just feel like, once again, if they have a shotgun, okay, that's it. You've just literally screwed yourself over. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's not me saying that it isn't useful, but it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing. And that is why he is at the number 8 spot. Moving on to our number 7 spot, we have Gibraltar. Gibraltar is a defensive type of class, and his abilities are actually not that bad, but I just feel like he falls into the same problem as Pathfinder, and that's that it's just not all that special, and it doesn't bring a lot to the table, really. I admit though, his passive ability and his dome is pretty awesome though, once again, really defensive, and that is good. I think it can save a lot of team members' lives in a lot of situations. For his special ability, he has a airstrike, which honestly is not really that good compared to Bangalore's. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like he's a bit underpowered sometimes, so this is why he's this low. On to our number 6 spot, we have Lifeline. And before I just get into this, could I just say, shout out to all you dedicated medics, okay, on games like this and Overwatch and stuff. Honestly, you guys just don't get enough appreciation for all the amazing work you do helping teammates out. Honestly guys, it shames me to be putting Lifeline this low down, but I think the main problem is she just doesn't feel all that good. She just feels a bit underpowered, to be honest, and I feel like maybe she could do with a buff, maybe she should be able to throw medkits or syringes to people that need them, as opposed to just having to go up to them and drop it and stuff. I feel like it would put the emphasis on a combat medic a bit more, and I think that's the only thing really holding her back from being an okay legend to a really good legend. Whew, okay, this is the one I was the most scared about, okay? So, at the number 5 spot, we have Caustic. Please, no, wait, don't click off the video, let me explain. Caustic, as I'm sure you all know, can throw out gas, and his whole his whole character and abilities is around this said gas that he can like throw down and place these canisters down and stuff. And I feel like that is in itself is really overpowered, considering it can just hotbox a whole room, like a whole building actually, and it just stun enemies, like blind them, and it damages them, all whilst he can see them. Very overpowered indoors, yes, but is it very powerful outdoors? Not really. The most you'd be able to do is tag enemies, you know, just by seeing them through the gas, and that's about it. If you learn to use Caustic right though, he can absolutely just wipe a squad, okay? He is pretty deadly when it comes to setting up indoor traps and things like that, and I think that is really, really good, and I can see why it would draw a lot of people to want to buy this guy over Mirage. And now I'm sure you all know what is coming in at the number 4 spot. It is, in fact, our boy, Mirage. I feel like Mirage only just beats Caustic by a tiny little bit, purely because I think he's just a better character to just play as in general. I feel like he's funny, and he just doesn't take himself too seriously, and I don't know, he just makes me laugh. He's pretty funny. I think his personality are just bonus points, but when it comes to actual gameplay, I feel like he's actually really good to play as, because he can completely just juke his enemies, okay? He can use his holograms in many situations, okay? An example is if a Bangalore shoots her smoke grenade down, and he can put his hologram in that, and then the enemies thinks it's him and they go for him, and then that means you can actually see where they are because they shot. You can do this in a lot of things. You can just genuinely bait people and set up ambushes, which I think is awesome. Mirage's class is definitely the best for getting the jump on people, more than I think any other legend in this list. I feel like he beats Caustic purely because his holograms and everything like that, it can all be used in so many different ways, and it can be used in pretty much any environment. Alright lads, we are going into the top 3 now. This is getting very intense, okay? Just hold on to your seats, or on your floor if you sat on the floor, or your chair if you're sat on your chair, or hold on to your Onto our number 3 spot, we have the man himself, Bloodhound. Now Bloodhound made it to the number 3 spot. He definitely deserved this spot. His abilities are amazing. He is the only legend right now in the game that can actually, you know, track people, and I think his set of skills really make him wanted on a team. He can see people's footsteps and see how long ago they were there, and I think that is really good. And his special ability is kind of like Recon from Black Ops 4, where you can see them around the area and like through walls and stuff. I think that is amazing. But however, the problem with it is, if there is not good enough communication for the person playing him, then honestly, no one on the team will actually be able to actually benefit from his abilities, because he has to call out when he sees an enemy, because no one else can see the footprints or anything like that except for him. He has to communicate with the team to warn them if people have actually been in the area or not, because if he doesn't, it could be the difference between a win and a loss. Onto our number 2 spot. It's getting even more intense, boys. We have the Wraith. So why did the Wraith make it to the number 2 spot, you may ask? Well, my reasoning is, I feel like her abilities are pretty damn useful, especially the teleporter one, and this is good because she can, you know, safely get the team, like the rest of the team, from one place to another. Say if they're in combat, she can throw a teleporter down, you know, go to another place, and essentially save the whole team. They'll be able to make a quick escape in the teleporter, or you could flip this round on its head and say, well, she can actually help set up ambushes or make pushes using the teleporter as well. Her passive ability allows her to actually get these voices in her head that she has apparently learned to trust, and essentially when someone is aiming at you, she is able to hear that. Like, it tells her that someone is aiming at her, and it lets you know if you are being watched, and you can actually warn teammates as well. So I think that is pretty cool, and it definitely helps you keep your guard up. Her Into the Void ability as well, that's pretty cool. I think it's called Into the Void, but either way, she actually cloaks herself, so she makes herself pretty much invisible and immune to damage, allowing her to reposition in fighting and combat. So I think that is very, very useful as well. All of her skills just feel very useful for not only herself but the whole team as well. Wraith is my secondary main, if that makes sense. So basically what I mean by that is, if my main gets chosen, then I will use her instead. Alright guys, on to the number 1 spot of this list. My opinion, by the way, I'm just going to say that. This is who I feel like is the best Apex Legend character, and this is Bangalore, aka the Professional Soldier. So Bangalore really takes tactical play to the next level, and I feel like her smoke ability, because it damages enemies so you get to see where they are because of the damage points. I feel like that is very useful actually, and the smoke actually allows for not only making pushes with the squad, right, but also tactical retreats, which I think is very good. And I cannot even begin to stress the amount of times I've managed to pop one of these smokes, right, and then revive a teammate in the smoke and manage to heal myself. Okay, it is crazy, and I feel like it is very useful. The special ability that she has, where she can throw down the artillery strike and it kind of like slowly moves along, I think that is just so destructive, and can just, when you throw this into the final circle, or not even that, just like the fewer smaller circles later on in the game, it just absolutely is guaranteed to just down someone or something like that. It's just very powerful, and it allows you to actually be able to separate a fight, or even just completely wipe out the squad if you throw the flare down in the right area. Not only that, but her passive ability as well is just great. Once again, you already run really fast in Apex Legends, okay, but when you get shot at as Bangalore, she actually runs even faster. So as you can see, that's going to be very useful for just getting out of them sticky situations, which you can't complain about, honestly. It gives you a quick boost of energy, and you just absolutely dart it, okay? And it really helps get into cover to actually be able to make sure that you're fully ready for the fight. Overall, Bangalore is just an absolute tank on legs, and she can also look out for the team while she's doing that. And yeah, she's definitely my main. I really enjoy using her, and I feel like all these reasons is just why she is at the number 1 spot. But anyways guys, I'm gonna leave this video here today. This was a much longer list than I thought it would be, to be honest, but I'm glad I did it like this, okay, and I'm happy with the list, okay. If there's anything you guys would change to it, or even just make your own list, just tell me about it in the comments, okay. I want to hear it all. I'd love to talk to you all about it. If you have made it this far, just thank you so much, okay. I am like struggling with my channel at the moment, to be honest, in terms of views and stuff, but just thank you for actually watching the video and hopefully enjoying it for what it is. Just had to have a real talk with you guys there, but if you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button, comment and subscribe for more, turn on the notification bell too. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.